Hello, this is Dave Hurwitz, Executive Editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with a review of a new release that I've really been waiting for. This is Jean-Luc Tingaud with the Royal Scottish National Orchestra in music by César Franck, Les Chasseur Maudit, Psyché, and Les Éolides. And quite frankly, after today, this is the recording to own. Now, Le Chasseur Maudit is an absolutely fabulous symphonic poem. If you don't know it, you've really got to hear it. Up till now, the most desirable performance has been Charles Munch with the Boston Symphony, and it's still one heck of a desirable performance. It's very exciting. The story is one of those, a guy gets cursed to hell, which is always wonderful musically. I mean, curses and hell always make for great music. And what happens in this piece is that the guy goes hunting on Sunday when he ought to be in church. He stomps over the fields and messes up the peasants, and all of that stuff happens. And then he gets cursed, and because he's cursed, he has to be hunted throughout all eternity, pursued by demons. I mean, really, what could be better than that? It's a wonderfully simple program. And the curse music is kind of interesting because it's very similar to the witch music in Dvorak's tone poem, The Noonday Witch. And I'm really kind of curious to know if Dvorak might have known the Franck, which was quite a bit earlier. Anyway, it's one of those pieces that people who love Franck tend not to know because it doesn't sound like Franck in the sense that, most of his music is supposed to be more serious or sort of quasi-religious or something. And this is just a rip-roaring great time. Now, Psyché is another sort of multi-movement symphonic poem with chorus. And because the subject is Psyché and Eros, get it? Eros, love, that is sex. Franck's wife had problems with the music. She thought it was too sexy. And most of the time when it's played, it only gets done in excerpts and without the choral business. So complete recordings are rather rare. And Les Éolides is another symphonic poem that's sort of about wind. I mean, that's all you need to know. It's about wind. It has wind. It's breezy. It's very breezy. Now, there was another recording almost identical that duplicated that repertoire. That's right here with, let's see, who's playing this? It's Tadaki Otaka with the BBC National Orchestra of Wales on Chandos. It's a very beautiful recording. It really is. But it doesn't have Les Éolides. And the wonderful thing about tango, that I think anyway, if you know your French repertoire and historically your recordings, the conductor he most resembles is Paul Paret. Paul Paret, you may recall, if you listen to any of those wonderful Mercury Living Presence recordings he did, conducted things swiftly. He was a fast conductor, no nonsense, clean, neat, precise, but exciting and emotionally on point. It was a very French style, and I personally thought that when Paret went, that style went with him. The only other conductor I knew who was able to play music in a similar fashion, with a similar kind of unsentimental but passionate verve, was Antonio de Almeida, who didn't live to make very many recordings of that type, of this repertoire, in the same way. So hearing this new series with Tingaud on Naxos has really been wonderful. If you have his previous Poulenc CD, it's the best version of Les Biches anyone's ever done. I mean, this guy is the real deal in French repertoire, and this is a gorgeously recorded, incredibly exciting release. So if you love César Franck, and I remember I just did a video on the Symphony in D minor, you probably will want to hear this as soon as possible. Jean-Luc Tingaud with the Royal Scottish National Orchestra on Naxos doing Le Chasseur Maudit, Psyché, and Les Éolides. It's a Franck festival. Keep on listening, folks, and thank you so much.